They say talk is cheap. Come and have a seat. Join the conversation. This is what you need. Real convo, authentic and honest. Communicating in marriage, yeah, we gotta talk about it. Yeah, never hold back. Lay it all out on the table. Building up stronger relations. It's time for a transformation. This is real talk, something you can feel talk. Come and grab a seat. Yeah, it's time to have some Bell Talk. Woo! Bell Talk.
Hello everyone and welcome to Bell Talk. I'm Stefan.
My name is Nadia.
Now today's topic is a juicy one. We're going to be discussing the 5 love languages, and this is something we learned by Gary Chapman. Let me just hold the book up right quick. Okay. The secrets, what is it? The 5 love languages. Okay. So now check this out. So the 5 love languages to start off is words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Now, to start off this conversation, all right, it's very important to know your spouse's love language. Why is that? Well, because that's how they receive love. That's how they communicate. That's how we're supposed to communicate with each other to let them know that we love them. Okay. Now, sometimes in a marriage, you can do something to your spouse that they might not receive as love. Okay. Like for example, my wife's love language is quality time. My love language is words of affirmation. So when I communicate to her to let her know how much I love her, and I'm always affirming her, that's not her love language. That's not something she's looking for me to do if she wants to know how much I love her. So for me to share or to show her how much I love her, I have to speak her love language. So spending quality time lets her know how much I love her.
So you can exhaust yourself. Like, say for example, if you're a gift giver, like for example, I'm a gift giver, so you can exhaust yourself. Like, I'm buying my wife flowers. I'm buying her flowers. I'm buying her gifts. I'm doing all these things, and it just seems like she doesn't appreciate anything that I do. It's not that she doesn't appreciate it. It's not her love language. She may appreciate or show an affection more that you're looking for. If you hit her love language, right. It'll be more effective. So you can exhaust yourself or overwhelm yourself thinking that you're not appreciated when it just that you're not really hitting her love language. So
now we're gonna give you an example, right? Should we give an example? Now my wife has a perfect example because I'm an excellent teacher when it comes to doing the wrong thing in terms of communicating her love language. Because in the beginning of our marriage, that was some of the problems we were having. Is okay, now that we're married, okay, how do I express to her or him how much I love them? So in the beginning, I was like, what was I doing? Like for me, I love, like I said, affirming. So, hey, great job. You did an extra job cleaning the kitchen. She's like, oh, okay, thank you. Well, that's what spouse is supposed to do, right? Or thank you for, cooking, or thank you for folding the clothes. Appreciate that. She's like, well, okay, babe, like move on, right? But then when it comes down to having a conversation, babe, you know what? I was thinking about, going to college and right? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, hurry up. Right? Next, okay, you already said it already. She's like, okay, hold up. I just want to have a conversation with you. All right, I just want to spend some quality time having a conversation. So it's very important to pay attention to what they're asking you for. So my wife's going to share with you a good example, I guess, on what, how to
effectively communicate your spouse's love language. I think we had a few examples. I think there was a time where I don't know if it was
birthday. I
think it was either my birthday or Valentine's Day. Stephen was making a meal. He was excited about making this particular meal for me. So he was, he's like, go upstairs. He's like excited. Surprise. He got a surprise meal for me, and he had been downstairs for a while. And he's making this meal. He's excited. He's down there singing and everything. So I'm letting him do his thing. So he comes upstairs, and later on that evening, and he brings me a plate, and there's some asparagus and like some mashed potatoes and some steak. And I know some of you guys out there probably like, ooh, that's a good meal, but that may be a meal that you like, you know. So when I got the plate, I'm looking at it like, you know, he's like what's up? What's wrong? And I'm like, babe, like whenever you ever saw me eat asparagus, you know. So he kind of stopped and was like, you know what? You're right, you know. So we began. It was kind of funny, you know. We kind of laughed about it. It was kind of funny because he said, you know what? He was like, I was so excited about making. I began in the beginning. I was so excited about making a meal for you to. It left from being more so about me to being about him, because Steve is a foodie. So he loves to cook. Like, he loves to cook. He loves to put spices together. So anything that deals with cooking, like, he gets excited. So it kind of went from I'm making this special dish, you know, for my wife to I'm making a meal, period. You know, and I'm just gonna, you know, I'm putting some spices together. I'm just like, I'm hooking up a meal. So it went from let me do something special. If I'm going to do something special for my wife, I'm going to make a meal that caters to her. You know, something that I know that she's going to enjoy. You know, not something that I would like for her to have, because she'll enjoy it more if it's something that she likes. You know, so right now probably wouldn't be the best time to experiment or, you know, make something that she may or may not like. Because I am, like Steven knows, that I'm a very picky person. Like, I don't care if everybody in the world say it's good. I eat with my eyes. So if it doesn't look appetizing to me, like, I don't care. I would not try it. And I know that my husband, sometimes he'll make things and he's just like, try it. And I'm like, no. So in his mind, he's thinking, if I season this asparagus just right, just maybe, you know, she'll try it. You might not want to do that on the day that you're trying to, you know, like, surprise me, or, you know, just a special occasion. You know, you might want to do that just on a regular day. On that particular special day, you might want to make a meal that's, you know, more catered to me. It's my special day, something that you know for a fact I'm going to enjoy it. Because otherwise, you may just feel unappreciative. You know, you may just feel unappreciated. You know, like, I slaved over the stove. I just made this special meal for her, and she didn't even appreciate it. Well, you also have to think that, you know, was this meal even about her? You know, does this meal even say Nadia? Is this something that she, you know, this is something that she even eats? You know, so you have to take that into consideration.
I should have had a plate full of macaroni and cheese. I should have did. Yeah.
I love macaroni and cheese.
All right, but the thing is that now for men, in my mind, and I know a lot of men think the same way. It's like, okay, and I remember it clearly. I ran a bubble bath, had some flowers. I think it was either Mother's Day or her birthday. No, I think it was a Mother's Day or birthday or something like that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna make something special for my wife that she never had. So she can't say she never liked it if she never had it. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. So when I made the meal, I know she likes steak. I know she likes mashed potatoes, but a vegetable that kind of accent in the meal. I was thinking, you know, more of an accent, all this deep theological stuff. You know. And it didn't work out the way it's supposed to. So I was looking for a response that I didn't get, and that therefore it backfired. It made me feel like she was unappreciative. How many men don't even cook? Some men don't even cook. I mean, really? Like, you could have said thank, you know, but not knowing that I wasn't speaking her language in terms of giving her what I know she likes. So now, so part of learning how to communicate in terms of love language is to communicate on the level your spouse can receive you. All right, can receive you, and learning their love language will help you do that. Like, and any more examples for that?
Well, yeah, I got a lot of them.
Well,
so and another time. So
no, hold on. Now I gotta say this one. No, I'll let you have that one. I'm gonna be careful with this one. So.
And another time.
Yeah.
So, you know, also on my part. So sometimes, you know, because something is our love language, we can tend to do put our love language off on our spouse. Like, if my love language is quality time and receiving gifts, I can do that for my spouse when that's not his love language. You know, so because I like receiving gifts, I can be, you know, I can buy my spouse a whole lot of gifts, but that's not his love language. Because it's mine, I tend to buy him a lot of gifts, you know, and then when I don't get the, response that I'm looking for, then I may be offended, but that's not his love language. Like my husband, for example, his love language is, his top love language is words of affirmation, and his second one is, acts of service. So I'm a gift giver because that's my second love language, is gift giving. So I'm constantly like buying him gifts. So I remember this one particular time I went out, I bought my husband some brand new Jordans. Just came out, matching outfits. I mean, the whole shebang, the hat, everything. So I'm so excited about these brand new shoes. His favorite color, red, black, and white. I was excited about these Jordans. So I surprised him. Like, I was just so happy to give him these shoes. Gave my husband these shoes. He tried them on. He was like, oh, yeah, these nice, but yeah, these not going to work. I'm like, huh? Like, what you mean?
They hurt.
So he's like, yeah, they kind of hurt my feet. So yeah, I know these are not going to work. So I'm looking like these are the top of the line. Look, that's more of me. So I'm like, these are top of the line. Like these are, just. I'm like we gonna make these shoes work. We gonna go to Walmart. We gonna get some Dr. Scholl's, and we gonna put them in there. We gonna make these shoes work. So he was like, no, I just think we should just take them back, and get your money back. So later on that evening, we went grocery shopping at Walmart. So I'm getting ready to go. So I called him. I'm like, hey, babe, where you at? So he's like, I'm in the men's section. I go to the men's section. He over there trying on some And1s.
Both made by Jordan. They're owned by Jordan.
In the men's section, jumping up and down like, hey, babe, look at these shoes. These feel good. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Trying on all the different colors of the And1s, y'all. Jumping up and down, man, these are comfortable, man. These some good basketball shoes. These feel good. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Y'all, we walked out of Walmart with 2 pair of And1s. Because after we took the Jordans back, I had gave him the money for the shoes. We had done went to Walmart. This man walked out of Walmart with 2 pair of And1 shoes.
But look, on the same token, though.
You know what?
On the same token, now my wife went to.
I'm done.
She had a Macy's card. She bought me some Kohan's shoes, right? Cost like $160. Now they were comfortable. Don't get me wrong, but I saw the same shoe. I mean, literally the same color, the material. Cause I was like, hey, why it cost so much? She's like, look at the material and all this deep stuff. So one day I went to Walmart.
Both of them.
And it's still in my closet. I went to Walmart and I seen some shoes that look exactly like Kohan. So I put my feet in there. I said, oh, you know what? They were $15. So what I did was I bought the pair of shoes and I put it in my closet. And I said, babe, I got another pair of Kohans. And it wasn't Kohans. It was like No-Hans or something, right? And I put my foot in there and she's like, oh, wow, where'd you get those from? I said, Walmart. And I showed it to her. The exact same quality shoe, everything, but I said a 95% discount. It was a whole lot cheaper. But the comfort, I'm comfort over, I won't say quality, but more so comfort over cost. Name brand and stuff like that. Now, if it's expensive and it's comfortable, I probably may buy it. But the point is
true. Now I was upset about that because I paid $165 for his Kohans from Macy's, and for him to go to Walmart to find someone they like. He had both in his closet now, the Kohans and the ones from Walmart in his closet now. So I was a little upset by that, for him to find those identical pair at Walmart for like $15. So, but we say all that to say this: knowing your partner's love language makes life so much easier, because now you guys can communicate to each other effectively, and you both are hitting each other's heartstrings, and you're not missing a beat. This person don't feel underappreciated. Nobody's feel underappreciated because you're both hitting them, effectively in the spot where they both feel empowered. They both feel loved. So, and sometimes it's like if one person, like if Steve is constantly spending quality time with me, and I'm not pouring back into his little bank, he get drained. If I'm not hitting his quality, I'm not hitting his love language, but he's constantly, hitting me up, quality time. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. And eventually he's going to get burned out. So I'm not hitting his love bank and he get burned out. He said, well, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to stop doing mine as well. So now you got two people that's not willing to, compromise or sacrifice. Nobody's willing to do whatever. So now, guess what? Now you got division.
And it affects it. when you're not communicating on each other's love language, it affects other areas of your love languages, or all love language topics. Like for example, like if I'm not reaching or making deposits in her love bank, but I'm constantly making withdrawals, you're gonna have insufficient funds in that area. Okay, like a bank. So now I'm more physical touch than she is. You know, men are more physical than well, a lot of men are more physical than women. So now when it comes to the bedroom, now I want her undivided attention. So she may be physically there, but not emotionally there. So you going through the motions. And you're like, well, now it's affecting other areas because now you want her to, like you said, how you said, do all this tricks and
jumping off the ceiling
in the bedroom. But because she's so empty, so drained, you're not getting all of her in other areas.
Women are more. I feel like we're more emotional creatures, and men are more physical. So sometimes women feel like they feel they're made. They feel like there's a demand to either meet my husband's need or not when it comes to the bedroom, or vice versa. And men feel like I have to, it's a demand to meet my wife's, emotional need and be there, her security and provider, all these different things, but my needs are not being met. So, if she's constantly meeting his needs, and she's constantly emotionally drained and he can't see that, but he wants you to see, to continue to keep performing, you're never performing at your best. You're coming in the bedroom, but now you have to gather up what's left of you to try to, do whatever. And it's not even your best. You're not even there because he can't even see that you're emotionally done because he has not been pouring into you emotionally. Like some things, women, we can do on our own. We can build ourselves up. We can go and have a woman's day. We can all these self-talks, affirmations, some things we can do from ourselves. But when you have a spouse and a husband, there are certain things you want from our husband. We want to be recognized every now and then. We want to be appreciated. There are certain things that a lot of us are mothers, with wives, and every now and then we want to be recognized. Hey, babe, I see you getting up, you taking care of the kids, you're getting them to school. I see you fixing breakfast, you're fixing dinner. Every now and then we want to be, we want to be recognized because it can be draining and it can be exhausting. So you can go week after week after week after week doing the same thing and it can be draining. So now when it's time for his time, you're depleted, so he's like, come on girl, it's my time. And you like, ain't nothing left, you know?
And I think it's very important, like you said before, as far as like, giving your undivided attention. You can't just do like words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, all this acts of service and physical touch if you're not giving your undivided attention. In other words, be intentional, be all in. It's like quality time is, well, we know that quality time is our love language. And say one day we go to the beach, right? So we all go to the beach. We're all supposed to be spending quality time together. But here we are at the beach, kids playing in the sand. My wife is doing her thing. She's talking to me, supposed to have a good time. And I'm sitting here on my phone. Okay, that's not quality time. That's just time, okay? And she asked me a question. I'm like, huh? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got it. I'm like, no, I just asked you, do you want something to drink? So you don't want to be, there physically, but not present in the moment. So when you're giving a gift, like for example, if your spouse was to give you a gift and bought you a fresh pair of clippers or something, or some dishes or whatever, and they present you that gift, oh, thank you, I just put it on the couch right quick. You're not engaged and you're not giving them your undivided attention. Therefore, they're saying, okay, you don't care, or it's not important to you, or whatever you're doing is more important to me. So you want to make sure that they have your undivided attention in every category of your love language, so they can receive you completely. All right, especially when it comes to physical touch. Like you go in the bedroom, hurry up, okay, hurry up, all right, you do what you gotta do, and then you leave. Like, okay, what's the one night stand or something? I mean, really? All right, you want to be fully engaged to let them know I'm here for you and I'm here with you, so that they can receive all of your love. And you both won't be sitting around trying to make withdrawals each other's love language, and both of y'all got fees assessed to your bank, overdraft fees and stuff like that, and now you in debt because now it's so easy for somebody else to come along and speak their love language. Now somebody else got your spouse's undivided attention, You thinking something going on with them. Now something's going on with you because you have not made any deposits in their bank. They've been on negative for months, some of y'all years, because you have not made any deposits that caters to them. All right, you're broke. Both of y'all, you're broke, and you don't want to continue on that way. And don't ever think, okay, you do it first. No, you do it. Wait for the other spouse to start first. You start it. Maybe both of y'all start, but just start. And don't be overly concerned about, well, you do it first, as if somebody owes you something. You're married now. You owe each other, all of each other. Okay? And it's not 50-50, it's 110. Well, I call it 110, go all in. You know what I mean? So.
And sometimes, like for me, and sometimes you may not be familiar with, whatever your spouse's, love language is. Mm-hmm. It may be something new to you. Like for me, words of affirmation was new to me because, I wasn't raised around affirmation. It was something that, I just didn't hear a lot growing up. So with Steven, I'm like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, whatever. Like he, when he accomplished stuff, whatever, like I was there, like he was looking for me to be more vocal when he accomplished stuff. I was more so like, hey, good job, fist bump,
He go a gift,
I was constantly, I'm just like giving gifts. He's like, you want to say something? So I'm like, I was always giving gifts because it's like, that's how I vocalize myself. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to put it into words because that's not what I'm used to. But it's like when you're not used to it, you learn it. Everything is learned behavior. So when you're with somebody and you love them, if you're not used to it, you learn how to do it. Mm-hmm. You teach yourself, and you just keep practicing because you're with this person, you love this person, and you constantly train yourself how to do what it is that that your spouse want.
Yeah. Listen, you're life partners. You're not dating, right? You're not here for the show and go on the next. You're life partners. So you have the rest of your life to learn each other and grow with each other, so you understand how to effectively communicate each other's love language. And it's very, very important because at the end of the day, marriage can last for a lifetime when you're constantly making deposits into their love bank and they're receiving you and you're giving them your all. That does not necessarily mean that you would get it right or ever get it right, but both spouses should see productivity, growth in these areas over time, to the point where you can be content and satisfied with what they bring to the table, and I believe that that's part of having a successful marriage is learning how to talk the love language.
Like you say, You're not going to get it right every time. Just like a credit card, never allow your love bank to get under 30%. Never allow it to get under 30%. Just like how you value your credit card, never allow it to get there. Like your car. Your car start getting to close to that little E. Hey, at the watt, it's time to refill up. So don't wait till your spouse get close to being depleted until now you want to have a conversation. Now you want to start to start doing something. When you see things starting to get a little okay, it's time for us to start having some conversations. It's time for us to start doing something to make something happen. And
timing is great too. You don't want to be like spend quality time when your spouse just get back from work. He or she just get back from work. They need to rest, or if that spouse came back from work and they're trying to give you that, good and well you're too tired. You can't give them all that. Hey, look, man, I'm really tired. Let me get some hours rest, and we'll have this conversation. That way, you have all of me. So, because you in your mind, you mean well. You want to give them your undivided, but you're not at your best physically. You may be physically and emotionally drained. You need to reboot. Okay. So, with that being said, that is Bell Talk for tonight. Leave your comments. Let us know what you think, what your love language is, what works for you in your marriage, and we'll see you next time. This is Bell Talk. God bless.